Another fundamental technique I'd like to go over with you is circular arm breakaway. And it's a fundamental technique because it's a purely defensive technique that you can use to break away from a grab and free yourself up. Let me demonstrate. Someone's grabbed my arm, my shoulder, my wrist. The first thing I'm going to do is straighten my arm and flatten my palm as much as I can. What this does is it tightens the muscles in my forearm and my wrist and makes them a little bit bigger, and it makes their grip a little bit weaker. The next thing I'm going to do is bring my arm in one direction, quickly and sharply. And what that does is it forces my attacker to try to bring my arm back to where they were comfortable holding it. It makes them add power to the technique. So when I add power to the technique, it's combined and I can bring it back with more force than normal in a big circle over my head, rotating at my shoulders. And I back up and I keep rotating so my attacker cannot grab me again and I can free myself up. Let's see this with a partner.
Now, Master Stolick and I are going to do a practical application of what you just heard her explain. I grab her wrist. Now, whether she's facing the camera or face me, when the attacker grabs your wrist, this technique is applicable. She straightens her hand, that expands her wrist, that loosens my grip. I have a mental image of me grabbing her wrist right here and what I want to do next. She pulls my arm up there and surprises me. My first reaction is to tighten my muscles, push her arm back where it was. And because I do this, I add to her motion. She pushes down, and as she does, she's going to free her arm from my grip. And I'm going to want to automatically grab it again, but it's circling and she's stepping back. So I don't have that opportunity. When she steps back, if you'll notice, she went out of camera view. That's exactly what we want to happen. The attacker has probably grabbed you in an area where nobody could see you being grabbed. As you backed up, you went into a new area where maybe a spectator, somebody's going to see what's happening and also come to your aid. This circular arm breakaway is a very effective technique.